Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayati girim yat kripatamaham bandi paramananda madhavam. I salute that all blissful Krishna, whose grace makes the dumb eloquent and the cripple cross mountains. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Thoughts on the Gita, Part 1. In 1980s, I gave a series of classes on the Bhagavad Gita. So it came to my mind that we can start to discuss the highlights of the Bhagavad Gita, which is a very, very important and popular scriptures on Vedanta. Gita actually means song. Bhagavad Gita means the song which was sung by God. Krishna sang this song to Arjuna. Arjuna had deep psychological problem. Two basic problems of human life. First, fear. Second, confusion, delusion. All human beings suffer from these two problems, fear and delusion, confusion. Through this song of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna removed those two basic problems of human life. So it is a very important scripture. The background of the Gita, the stage of the Gita is a battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is 105 miles from Delhi. In 2001, I visited that place. This Gita is very popular scripture because it has been translated in so many languages. It was first translated in 18th century by Sir Charles Wilkins. Warren Hastings, the Governor General of India, wrote in the introduction, "The writers of Indian philosophers will survive when the British dominion of India shall long have ceased to exist, and when the sources which is yielded of survive, when the British and when the sources which it yielded of wealth and power and are lost to remembrance." Edwin Arnold also translated the Bhagavad Gita, which is called the Song Celestial. Gita is the part of the Mahabharata, which is the greatest epics in the world. It consists of 100,000 verses. Gita also consists of 18 chapters. It has 700 verses. It is the part of the Bhishma Parvam of the Mahabharata. Among 700 verses, Dhritarashtra said 1, Sanjaya said 40, Arjuna 85, and Krishna said 574 verses. In the tailpiece of the Bhagavad Gita, we find a very interesting statement which Vyasa wrote. I shall read in Sanskrit first. Iti Shri Mahabharate Shatosahasram Sanghitayam Vyasikam Bhishma Parvani Srimad Bhagavad Gitashu Upanishadshu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Sangbadi Arjuna Vishado Yoga Nama Prathamadhyaya. In every chapter, at the end of every chapter, this thing has been repeated. First, Mahabharata. What is Mahabharata? Mahabharata is the story of the dynasty of Bharata. There is a saying, what is not in the Mahabharata, that is not in India. Innumerable characters. But the central message of the Mahabharata is Yato dharmas tato jayaha. Where there is virtue, righteousness, there is victory. That is the central theme of this great epic, Dharma. Dharma is the most important thing in human life. Righteousness. It has 100,000 verses. It was composed by Vyasa, the great sage. Vyasa plays a very important role in Indian spiritual tradition. He compiled the 4 Vedas. He wrote the Mahabharata, so the Bhagavad Gita, and he wrote Brahma Sutra. They call it Vyasa Sutra. He systematized the entire Vedanta philosophy. So when you people try to understand Vedanta, please remember, Vedanta depends on a tripod. Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutra. Upanishad represents the revealed truth, Gita, practical truth, and Brahma Sutra, reasoned truth. So these 3 scriptures actually mean Vedanta. Bhishma Parva, the Mahabharata has also 18 chapters. Bhishma was the great grandfather of the Kuru dynasty. In that section we find Gita. Thus in the Bhagavad Gita, what is the Gita? The essence of the Upanishads, the science of Brahman, the scriptures of yoga. It is very, very interesting to mention the Gitashu Upanishadsu. It is the Upanishad. I talked a lot about Upanishad to you on many occasions. Upanishad is the findings of the search of the truth. It is free from doctrine, free from dogma. That is true, real Vedanta. Gita also, free from doctrine, free from dogma. It is called Brahma Vidya. What is the science of Brahman, the knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of the infinite? Gita is not dealing with the finite objects, infinite. That is the goal. Yoga Shastra. There are 18 chapters of the Gita. Each chapter is called Yoga. The first chapter begins Vishada Yoga, the chapter on grief. the yoga, union through grief, suffering, pain. Then comes Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. There are many yogas. And the last chapter is called Moksha Yoga, the chapter on liberation. Human life begins with suffering and ends in liberation, bliss. And it is a dialogue. What kind of dialogue? It is a dialogue between God and man. Human beings have problems, and it is God who can solve these problems. Gita solves our problems. Whatever problems you have, you will find the answer in the Gita. Sometimes we are so deluded, confused, we do not find out the cause. Sometimes I ask people, find out the cause. What is the problem, trouble? You will find it is in the mind. It is not outside. It is not the external world. We cannot change this world, but we can change ourselves. That is the basic teaching of Vedanta and the Bhagavad Gita. If you think that some place may change your life, some person may change your life, that is wrong. Swami Vivekananda made a remark, I also saw it, flying fish in Catalina Island. Actually that fish is flying over the ocean. And then again it goes into the water, again it flies, again it goes to the water. It has wings. Why? Because if this fish all the time in the water, this killer whale and other animals, other fish will eat them. And if they want to survive, what will they do? They will have to learn how to fly. The fish cannot change the water. It cannot change the ocean. The fish cannot teach the killer whale that practice ahimsa. That don't eat me. Just practice non-violence. Who is going to hear these fishes cry? So if they want to survive, they will have to learn how to fly. So the dialogue, as I said, the change comes always subjective. It is, you cannot change the world. You cannot change people. No way. You can cook for me, but if I do not eat, your food will be wasted. The background of the Gita. In ancient India, there was a royal dynasty called Kuru. His descendants one of his descendants was Vichitravirya. He had two sons, Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Dhritarashtra was the blind person. He had 100 sons. Pandu had 5 sons. The 100 sons, they all had evil tendencies, and the Pandu's 5 sons are very spiritual. Duryodhana was the eldest son of Dhritarashtra, and Yudhishthira is the eldest son of Pandu. And Duryodhana plotted to capture the whole kingdom. They cheated these 5 brothers. They tried to kill them, but they survived. Through a false game, they banished these 5 brothers for 12 years in the forest and another year in unknown place. After 13 years, they came back and demanded the share of their kingdom. I am just giving you a little background of the Gita. They said, no way, we shall not give you kingdom, which is ours. So war was ensuing, that how to decide these things. Arjuna and Duryodhana both went to Krishna in Dwaraka. Krishna told both of them, both of you are my relatives. I cannot take any part in this war. I shall not touch any weapon. One side is my large army, and another side I shall be just join with them, but I shall not fight. Arjuna said, Krishna, you just be my side. I do not want your army. So Duryodhana took Narayani Sena, Krishna's army, and another side Krishna without any weapon, just an advisor. Then Arjuna said, I need you for as a charioteer. You know, he is an avatar, but Krishna is Adarsha Purush, no ego. Adarsha Purush. He did not mind to be a charioteer. To some it may be a menial job. He took it. I shall be your charioteer. But remember, I shall not touch any weapon. Till Krishna wanted to reconcile so that this Holocaust will not happen. Unrighteous party collected 11 million soldiers. And Yudhishthira collected 7 million. So 18 million people will be killed in this war. Krishna was trying utmost to avoid this war. How to do it? Sometimes people misunderstand the Bhagavad Gita. In many places, Krishna says, Yuddhashva, fight. What kind of God is this? Our Jesus said, if anybody slaps on your right cheek, turn to your left. And your God says, fight, kill. They do not know the background of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna never wanted Arjuna to fight. But war became inevitable. Now, two words you must try to understand. Danda and Kshama. Punishment and forgiveness. Which one will you follow? Jesus said, forgive. Religion says, forgive. But do you know what will happen? If you forgive, total forgiveness, whole society will be in chaos. Whole society will be destroyed. All the jailbirds will come out, and they will loot, they will kill, they will do all sorts of things. They will rob. They will take away everything. There will be a complete chaos. No police. We are good because there is police. Forgiveness is not the answer. And punishment is not the answer either. I shall punish. Anything you wrong, I shall punish. Then it will be like animal kingdom. Pushutto. Animal nature will manifest if you only punish and punish and punish. Your son did something wrong, punish, whip. Your husband did anything wrong, throw him out. Punishment is not the answer. Forgiveness is also not the answer. Where is the answer? Krishna raised this question. Where is the answer? If you hurt me, I shall forgive you. But if you If you do anything wrong to others, I shall punish you. That is called Raj Dharma. I am the king. I am the ruler of this country. It is my duty to bring peace, harmony, stability in my country. So if you do anything wrong to others, I must punish you. Because the Kshatriya Dharma, this, you know what they call it, Kshatriya, Khato theke jini rakha karen, tini Kshatriya, Khato, wound. The person who saves from the wound, hurt, that person is Kshatriya, the kingly caste, royal dynasty. Well, I must rule my country. Otherwise, everybody should live in peace here. I cannot say, oh, forgive me, oh, you did wrong, I shall forgive you. It will not work. That Krishna says, Adarsha Purush, if you hurt me, I shall forgive you. But if you hurt others, I shall punish you. He said to both parties, look, I really want you to live in harmony. Give up greed. What is good, please do. Follow righteousness. And decide what is proper. Krishna was Samadorshi, same-sightedness was his virtue. He was very much against war. He already promised that I won't touch any weapon. He was an ideal man who took the job of the charioteer. His goal was to establish Dharma and to preach Dharma. That we find in all over the Bhagavad, in the Mahabharata and the Gita, Dharma. Two main characteristics of Krishna's life. First, he is completely unattached. You won't find a single person in this world who is so unattached. When he left Vrindavan, never went back to see his devotees. He never wanted to be a king. He was the kingmaker. He only will put virtuous people as the ruler. And he brought harmony. Harmony of ideas, thoughts, yogas. First, Sanjaya came with a message from the old king Dhritarashtra that Yudhishthira, as requested, Yudhishthira, do not fight. It is not good. It is adharma.